Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alison and this is my roundup of what's in my head that needs to get out of my head for July. So I have done some planning on Stash Hub. I'm really loving Magic Mock-Up, especially now it's in the app. Thank you Yvette and Doug, I love it. I just think that opportunity to try out different fabrics within different line drawings is so eye-opening and really helps with your decision making. If you're having trouble with it, I've noticed a couple of people having comments I've seen around on sites and things. Make sure you're not clipping any of the lines when you take a screenshot, because that's what I was doing. And if you just clip any of the lines at all, it colours it in wrong. So let's get going. Oh, take a deep breath, Alison. I'm so excited. Now then, I'm going to briefly just say, on Friday I shared this fabric and I need your help with choosing from 4 patterns. I'm not going to talk in length about it. Please go back and visit that vlog if you haven't already, because this is going out to you on Sunday and I'm probably going to start sewing that Monday or Tuesday, because I'm sharing it with you on Friday the 4th. And I'll put that great offer in, because if you are catching this vlog quite early, there are some great discounts for Fleur just over this initial weekend. So I've got a couple of things. I can't tell you the patterns yet. Well, I've got one project that's a bit of a secret project that I won't be able to tell you about until much later in the year. I'm really teasing you with that one, aren't I? The other one is a pattern launch from Sew Over It. I think I'm able to say there's a launch at the end of July, and I'm not going to say what it is. You'll soon see at the end of the month. I don't do all of them. I do the ones that fit with me. I loved the last jumpsuit that they did, but it had a zip right up the back, and for certain medical reasons I can't deal with zips up at the back of things. So I've pulled this fabric out. I might change my mind on this fabric, I'm not sure, but it's one of the Crafty Pie summer fabrics from last year. This was around in a jersey and I got it in the viscose, and I know that I've got more than enough probably to make this and make like a woven tee or something like that out of it. And I think it's ideal because I was thinking I didn't want to make lots of holiday makes. I didn't need to make much for Tenerife, but actually the way it's coming off me really well. I'm calorie counting, I'm not having jabs or anything, no discounting anybody who is, but I have been asked already. So I've lost a stone in 4 weeks. Actually, it's £15 now in just over 4 weeks. So yeah, 1400 calories away using the app, and it's really good, doing really well. So I will need some clothes for September, but I only want to make things in July that are gonna be quite loose fitting in general. I think I don't want anything overly fitted. Anything that's more fitted I'm going to save for August. So I'm thinking this is going to be the garment, and I know that's not telling you anything, but I've got to get it out of my head, so I'm just letting you know that I think is going to get made up. It's been in my stash for a year and it just needs to happen. Recently you might have seen that I did a not a fabric drop. I got a couple of pieces at First for Fabrics, and one of them that I got was this one just here, which is a viscose. It's still available. I think it's £8.95. It's lovely, and I've actually ordered another piece of fabric I'm going to tell you about shortly to go with this to make a little bit of an outfit for me. So I've settled on this with the Tamarama set, which I keep calling the Tamarama set and all kinds of things, but I want to make the shirt. I've mentioned it a couple of times, just like this. I don't know why. I think my printer knew I wasn't going to do the trousers, so I'd only printed out the blouse. I'll go into more details when I make it. My measurements currently put me in the 3X for this pattern. Sorry, I'm looking on fabric requirements. Let me give you the size range that it works for. I know it's very oversized. So it goes from an 82 centimetre bust, who even works in centimetres, that's 32 inches, to 152 centimetres or 60 inches. So it's very size generous, and the finished garment measurements are like in my size there was 15 inches of ease. So I've took a bit of a gamble and I've cut the pattern out at the 1X. I've gone down 2 sizes. Firstly, I've got no intention of fastening it. I want to wear it as an overshirt. So if initially it's a little bit too tight, happy days, because I'm going to get smaller, so it's still going to fit me. And I got this in the remnant, so it cost me £12 for £2, 2.5 meters, I think. So I thought this is a great chance to make this up. It's quite neutral, but it's got the tones of the pinks and the blues. The final version that I will be making probably in July is this one just here. So I'll show you the mock-up of this one, and then I'll show you the mock-up of the final one. I've already got the pants from last year to match this one, so that'll be a quad set to take on holiday. I want to get away from taking masses of dresses on holiday and have some, mix it up a bit with some quads. That's my thinking right now. So I think this will be really nice. What do you think? Do you think that'll be good as the shirt? I do. So the fabric that I mentioned that goes with it, I've not picked up yet. I do a click and collect at First for Fabrics. And you'll remember, if you saw last week's vlog, I made the Lady McElroy Pandan Retreat in the patina blouse and the plain, not straight, but the untiered Mave skirt. This one just here, although it looks quite short on it, it's not. It's kind of, you do it, well, you can do it any length you want, but you do it full length. So I've just ordered some neutral linen, like just a beigey linen, very natural, which I think will go great with this. But I'm thinking I can literally put any top on with that, and it's 100% linen. So or it might be linen viscose, I can't remember. But I'm thinking it's going to be nice and cool and drapey. For days out, I can put a little vest top underneath it. If I'm warm, I can just take the shirt off, put the shirt back on, you know, the kind of thing. Cover my skin up a little bit. So I am planning on making my second just plain, no tears, Mave skirt, and I think I got 2.5 meters of that, which might be too much, but I'd rather have a little bit more than not enough. So I'll be picking that up soon. I've had a call to say that it's ready. It is lovely. Sometimes I just do click and collect because I've not got time to maybe pop in and browse, and I know exactly what I want, so I can just hit the website and off I go. So you may remember this sparkly number that I shared, that I also got for First for Fabrics, but I couldn't get it on the website. I showed it when I was seated last week, and I think the light's really good in here today. So I got 0.5 meter, which in all honesty is probably enough for two of the bag I want to make, but I just think it's fabulous. And yeah, I mean, it might click and it might do different things. I've no idea, but I love it. And you know, when you just love something and you want to have it. And my plan is to make a baby bestie. I've probably got enough that I could do a regular bestie and a baby bestie if I just use webbing for the straps rather than this fabric for the straps. This would be a bit scratchy, I think, if I wore it as a strap. So I think I'm better off. I might put black on, I might put pink, I might put cream. I could change them because I've got lots of different straps. But I think initially I'm going to make a baby bestie, and I will line it and give it some more structure with some interfacing. But I'd like to get that done. I think I'd like to get that done to take away. So I thought if I get that made this month, it's a nice easy project I can maybe take to a social, something like that, to get done. If you've not made the baby bestie before, there's nothing really baby about it. Like, I can fit my purse, my little plastic wallet with my cards in, a bottle of pop, my sunglasses, my car keys, all of my basics can fit into it. So it's not tiny, it's a nice size, but it's a little bit more petite. You know, maybe if you're out somewhere for the day and you don't want to be carrying such a big bag. So that's it there. I would wear it lower down on my body anywhere. And like I say, rather than use a self fabric strap, I just use the, you know, the triangle, I call them D-rings, but you know what I mean, the triangle ones that you clip your strap on. And I always use rainbow coloured findings, the rainbow finish, and then I can switch from one to the other and all the findings match. So I'll have to find a snazzy zip to go with that. So what else? I've got a couple of pairs of linen pants which are cut out ready. I did them before the change of room, but I've not got them made yet. So I'll pop some pictures in. One is the pink slub fabric that First for Fabrics was selling off in May. So I'll pop the line drawn in of that. And the other one is the I think I got the medium coloured chambray from First for Fabrics. So we've all seen the lame pants. I don't need to dwell on it for too long. I'm doing them without pockets because that means as I'm losing weight, I can just keep running up the outside seams and altering the waistband. It makes it super easy for me. And yeah, I'm loving these. I don't need to dwell on it because everybody's making them, aren't they? Or made them and loves them, or has adjusted them, or maybe doesn't love them or didn't need to make them because they had loads of other wide leg trousers. I don't know, but I like them. This fabric also came from First for Fabrics, and these are jumping right into my mix. So I've got the kimono type dress. I know I shared it on Friday. It's one of the possible 4 that I'm going to make this month out of that flowery fabric. So you need to vote. But I'm also thinking I'll put the Charlie Kaftan picture in of it in this fabric. So you can see that it's the closest I can kind of find to it. There will be some other patterns that are similar. But I fancy doing it in this viscose here. When I shared this last week, lots of you loved it, but I didn't want to... Well, I don't think I'd really decided exactly what I wanted to make or do. I'm just going to pop my fan on. Hopefully that won't be too loud, but I am starting to get a little bit warm. Remember last week when my phone overheated? I'm on a new phone now. So yeah, I think this will be beautiful. I'll wear it in the summer. And the brilliant thing about this is because it's got a simple elasticated waist. As I get smaller, I just adjust the elastic. I don't really need to do anything else to it. So I think I got, did I get 3.5 meters of this one, or maybe 4. But that dress uses quite a lot of fabric in the skirt, and I won't need to put a seam on the top. I'll just do 2 long rectangles and cut sort of the shape here in the kaftani bit with that. But I really want to get this made so I can get it worn. So that's probably a very soon make. I feel quite sorted out this month. You know, sometimes I come on and I chat to you guys and I kind of make my mind up as I go. But I think using Magic Mock-Up, I sat the other night and sort of prepped it, has really helped me in what I want to do and make. So they're specifically my June plans. I have got one hanger on it, which I'm kind of on with. I've been in bed for about 3 days this week. I've not been so well. So this was my plan for this week and it just hasn't happened. And that is the hack that I want to do of the Fleur dress in pink fabric. I'll put Magic Mock-Up in, but I can't show you the little hack, which is to put the pin tucks. I've talked about it before, so I won't talk about it at length. Let me go on the line drawing. But I need to get this one out of my head. It's been in my head for months. So it's going to be short sleeve, but without pockets. And it's going to have pin tucks down the front, pin tucks down the centre of the back. And also I've cut the Fleur sleeves, and I'm going to try it. I'm not sure if I'll leave them in to put some pin tucks around sort of the biggest bit of the arm where it puffs out, that bit around sort of this bit here. If that works. If it doesn't work, that's fine. I'm fine with just my regular sleeve. But that needs to happen. Got quite a bit, haven't I? I don't know. I'll get it done. And if I don't, it's fine. There are some things that need to be done. The toile of the shirt needs to happen. This dress needs to happen. This dress needs to happen. This one needs to happen. And then I've got a bag. Yeah, it's fine. So let me know what you're thinking of making, what you're up to, what you're currently sewing for, which season you're in, depending on which part of the world. And if you can, give the video a lovely like. And if you're not subscribed yet, I'd love it if you could click and subscribe. I think we're really close to 6,000 subscribers, which is really exciting. And yeah, I'd love to hit that because I just love our community. All the links are in my description box to my Facebook group, my Soul Like Dotty Facebook group, which I'm thinking Sunbee is going to ramp up soon, and that's going to be a really safe space to chat about that. And my Sew virtual sewing sessions are on there. We had such a good session today. yeah, really different today. I really like, I always enjoy them, but it was just very different today. Anything, my Ko-fi account, everything, my Instagram, everything's in the description box. And whatever fabric and patterns I use, if they're still available and I can link them, they will always be in the description box. So if you kind of think, well, I like that fabric, where was it from? Just have a look, click into the description box and have a little look on there. And I will be back on Friday with whatever I'm making out of this dress. Fingers crossed.